Going. Honored guests, families, and friends, I'm Paisley Janbury Poole, Chair of the Sports Wall of Fame and MC for the afternoon. It's past the appointed hour of 2 p.m. on Sunday, January the 21st, 2024, and the celebrations will begin. This is the 33rd annual Sports Wall of Fame induction ceremony. And I'll ask Beth Angle to come up and read the land acknowledgement.
Thanks, Paisley. The Niagara region of Ontario is located on the traditional shared territory of the Anishinaabe, Haudenosaunee, and the Chinootan peoples. The Chinootan people have called these lands home for thousands of years, and more recently, the Anishinaabe and Haudenosaunee have been sharing the land as one dish, one spoon treaty territory.
I hope you all have a program to follow, to take home and have as a souvenir and read when you can. We'll begin with the singing of O Canada, led by Kate Dunham. Please join in the singing.
O Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. Qu'à ton bras se porte les prayers, il s'est porté la croix. Ton histoire est une épopée et tu brillants exploits. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Oh, I get a present.
What-
Thank you.
What a wonderful start.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. There may be some people who will need some water during the course of the afternoon, and there's water up here at the front if anybody needs it. We'll begin the agenda then with our mayor, Jim Diodati.
Not a good time to dance, Pays. So what a great start. And of course, the national anthem, the best way to start. I find it harder and harder to sing it because it's changed so many times. I never know what version that we're going to do, but I'm grateful. We're in the best country in the world that we can do just that. We're going to keep both doors open to keep a flow of fresh air in here because it is a little bit warm, and the fireplace does give nice ambiance, I've been told. So we'll go with the ambiance. Standing room only crowd today. Obviously some very popular inductees. I got a feeling NFCVI's got something to do with this today. What do you think? Yes? That was the center of the universe for a long time, NFCVI, and we're really grateful today to have all of you here today. So first off, let me just acknowledge we've got some people here joining us from City Council. We've got Tony Baldinelli, Mona Patel, Mike Strange, Ruth Ann Newestag, and Wayne Thompson. How about a big hand for your City Council, please? Representing our MPP Wayne Gates is Quinton here, as well as we do have Tony Baldinelli, our MP, joining us as well. So big hand for those folks. So today I was told, and I was really excited, Councillor Strange was telling me that the Bills decided to move their game back because they knew we had our ceremony today, which is great. So go Bills today. Congratulations to all. Yeah, do we got a few Bills fans in the house? Oh yeah. We got some Bills Mafia, so let's do it. Let's move. First off, Paisley mentioned it's the 33rd annual. Congratulations to all the inductees. And the part that I like to really stress at this event, this is not just about sports. It goes way beyond sports. This is about life skills. This is about family and life coming together. This is about coaches and mentors sharing their time and their skills so that these individuals that learn through sport, they can help run their family, help run their business, their jobs, wherever they work. It gives people life skills that you learn. You learn teamwork. You learn all of those valuable skills. So yes, it's sports, but it goes way beyond sports because when your sporting career is done, you move forward. And we say thank you to all of the people in the room that have paid it forward, that after their sporting career, they've made sure that they've coached, they've mentored, and they've continued on the long tradition in Niagara Falls of great sports, great athletes, and great events like today. So how about a big hand for all the past inductees and the current inductees? I'd like to also acknowledge, excuse me, our CAO, Jason Burgess, Kathy Moldenhauer, our GM of Recreation, Culture, and Facilities. We've got Beth Angle today helping out on the staff side, and all the staff that are involved in making this event come together. Please, can we acknowledge the staff that have a big part? Also, I love the upgrade of the stage and the ramp. Thank you to all the committee that were involved in making sure that we upped our game just a little bit today. Speaking of which, please help me to acknowledge the Sports Wall of Fame committee, Paisley and her team today again. You know, it's a lot of work, and it's thankless at times because we wish everybody could get acknowledged on this wall, but then it wouldn't be special. So they've got to go through, it's a painstaking process where you try to vet all the applications. There's so many more that could be and maybe should be on the wall, and with time, maybe they will be. But to date, 340 inductees are on the Sports Wall of Fame. And congratulations, as I mentioned, there's a rich history in this community of great sports, great athletes, great coaching, and great mentoring, which I think leads to a great city. Congratulations to everyone, and thank you very much.
There we are. Thank you, Mayor Jim. We are excited to bring you the 33rd Annual Sports Wall of Fame, and this is how we do it. Procedure for today is I'll call up the presenter. The presenter will come to the podium. They will provide a short introduction of each inductee. The presenter will invite the inductee to the stage. Mayor Diodati will present the plaque, and the recipient will speak at the podium for no longer than 2 minutes. And I'm timing. Today we have 12 inductees, and one of the inductees is an automatic inductee. The automatic induction is a very prestigious, as our automatic inductees have either won an Olympic medal, competed internationally, and or won a world or a Canadian championship. I'm going to ask Christina from Micah to please come to the front. She's our first presenter, and she's going to introduce the first award recipients, which are the 2002 Brock University Men's Varsity Soccer Team. And these are the Niagara Falls players. So let's...
It is my pleasure to introduce the Niagara Falls members of the 2002 Brock University men's soccer team. Being able to stand up here today to present this award is special to me because this team made school history during my first year as a member of the Brock women's soccer program. This championship set the bar very high for all future Brock soccer programs, both male and female, and put Brock soccer on the map as a program to be forever recognized, respected, and certainly never underestimated. In 2002, the Brock University men's soccer team won the Canadian Inter-University Soccer National Championship. Currently, this is the only soccer team in Brock's history to win this prestigious title. The Brock Badgers beat out the Carleton Ravens 1-0 in the gold medal game in overtime, which was played at Carleton University in Ottawa. 7 of the players of the championship team were from Niagara Falls, and I have the honor and privilege of knowing all of them. I will now recognize each of those players individually. David Cuviello. David is someone that I have known my entire life, from kindergarten classmates through high school at St. Mike's and all the way to Brock University as graduates and now alumni. David is someone who I have a long-standing friendship with. I feel very fortunate to be able to stand up here today and honor his achievements with the Brock men's soccer program. David started playing soccer at the age of 5. He played house league, progressed to travel league, and went on to playing provincially and going semi-pro before eventually landing in the university league. Whoop. David currently lives in Fonthill with his wife and 3 sons. He coaches his sons in soccer and continues to play soccer with his friends. David is an entrepreneur, physiotherapist, and owner of 3 clinics, including Niagara Physiotherapy Center in Niagara Falls. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage Niagara Falls Sports Wall of Fame recipient, David Cuviello. Next up is Paul Delano. Paul and I grew up as neighbors, and although we did not attend the same schools growing up, our families were always close. Paul Delano started playing soccer at the age of 6. He played hockey and soccer for his entire youth, playing on competitive travel teams. Paul played youth soccer for the Thorold Cobras, where his team won the Ontario Cup Provincial Championship 2 years in a row and was runner-up at the National Championship. Paul's success at the club level earned him an NCAA Division I scholarship to Canisius College in Buffalo, New York, where he played for a season. Paul then returned home and finished his degree at Brock University, where he earned a spot as a member of the men's varsity soccer team. Paul continued to play soccer throughout his 20s and played competitive soccer at both Club Italia and Club Roma, retiring at 28 years old. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage Niagara Falls Sports Wall of Fame recipient, Paul Delano. John Foligno. John comes from a large Italian family of all boys who grew up playing soccer at a young age. Beyond the game, John has established roots in Niagara Falls as he and his wife own a peach farm in Niagara-on-the-Lake called Foligno Family Farms. Together, they have worked hard and planted the farm from the ground up, offering delicious peaches, fruit, and local produce. John started playing soccer at the age of 5. He started playing competitive soccer at the age of 8 with the Niagara Falls Soccer Club. At the age of 13, John transitioned to the St. Catharines Soccer Club, contributing to a team that achieved runner-up status in the 1997 Ontario Cup. John attended Brock University and played for 3 years on the men's varsity soccer team. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage Niagara Falls Sports Wall of Fame recipient, John Foligno. Michael Foligno. Michael is one of the most charismatic, loyal, passionate, hardworking people I have ever met. Simply knowing him has made me a better person, so thank you for that. Michael started playing soccer at a young age. He had a successful high school soccer career and went on to play for the University of Western Ontario and Brock University, winning national titles at both schools in 1998 and 2002, respectively. He probably has his rings on today to prove it. He is a National C licensed coach with the Canadian Soccer Association and has coached with Brock University, the Niagara United Soccer Club, and the Niagara Regional Soccer Program. Michael's proudest accomplishment is helping with coaching both of his daughter's soccer teams. I've seen firsthand the positive impact that he has made to both the girls' programs at Niagara United and the women's program at Brock University. I've had the pleasure to coach alongside him at Brock with the women's program for numerous years, and most recently now with Niagara United and Juventus Academy Niagara. Michael makes a difference wherever he goes. Katie, Stella, Jessica, you should be so proud, as I know you are. Michael has said to me numerous times that none of what he does would be possible without your endless love and support. As much as he enjoys being out on the field, his first love is always home with his 3 favorite girls. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage Niagara Falls Wall of Fame recipient Michael Foligno.
It's like shaking.
John Gallo. John was a name that I had always heard about in the sports world when I was in high school. It wasn't until I attended Brock and joined the women's program that I got to see firsthand just what all the hype was about and how unbelievably talented he was. Everything that I heard about him growing up was true. He was humble, hardworking, and a fearless leader for the men's program, both off and on the field. John Gallo began playing soccer at the age of 5. He played competitive soccer during his youth and was a 2-time Ontario Cup winner with the Thorold Cobras in 1997 and 1998, and a Canadian national silver medalist with Team Ontario in 1997. John went on to play with Club Italia Juventus of the Ontario Youth Soccer League and then St. Catharines Roma Wolves of the Canadian Professional Soccer League. John played for 4 years at Brock University and 1 year at the University of Western Ontario. He was also a member of Team Canada at the World University Games in South Korea in 2003. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage Niagara Falls Sports Wall of Fame recipient, John Gallo. Brian King. Brian King comes from a big soccer family and is one of 3 boys, including his twin brother, Steve. Brian started playing soccer at the age of 5. By the age of 8, he joined the Niagara Regional Travel Rep Team. He then went on to play for St. Catharines Club Roma in the Ontario Soccer League, winning 3 league championships and making it to the Ontario Cup final. Brian attended Brock University and played for the men's varsity soccer team in 2002, his final year of university. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage Niagara Falls Sports Wall of Fame recipient, Brian King. Vince Lippiani. Vince might not know this, but the Brock women's soccer team often referred to Vince as the gentle giant. To look at him, you'd be intimidated. To know him, you'd always feel supported. To watch him play, you'd always be amazed. His presence on the field was hard to miss. His skills were unmatched, and similarly to all the other athletes being recognized today, his dedication to the sport and will to win attitude was inspiring to witness and be a part of. Vince Lippiani began playing soccer at the age of 6. He played youth soccer for the Thorold Cobras, where his team won the Ontario Cup Provincial Championship 2 years in a row and was runner-up at the National Championship. He also played for the Scarborough Azzurri, was included in the U20 Canadian National Team Reserve, and played 3 seasons with the St. Catharines Roma Wolves. He then moved his career to England, where he signed with Durham City FC. And back in the Niagara region, Vince attended Brock University and joined the varsity men's soccer team. He was also a member of Team Canada at the World University Games in South Korea in 2003. He is also a Canadian National Certified Coach and is currently the head goalkeeper coach for the Niagara Football Club, the Niagara Falls Soccer Club, and the men's goalkeeper coach at Brock University. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage Niagara Falls Sports Wall of Fame recipient, Vince Lippiani. Okay, since they're already at the stage, I guess this is the time where these 7 individuals a group photo will be taken. So one more round of applause for the 2002 Niagara Falls Brock Men's Soccer Champions. I'd like to call upon David Cuviello and John Gallo to say a few words on behalf of the men's soccer team.
Thank you. What I noticed, first of all, is there's more people here than we ever had at a home game. Definitely. 100%. We had like 15 people, but more people came as we started winning. I just want to thank whoever had a hand in this, Beth and all the city staff for putting this together. I think it's a pretty special honor that we get to share. A little tidbit about our team. We didn't win based on skill and hard work only. We were legitimately a very close, loving bunch. Like, we did everything together. I know the night before our national game, we had a meeting in one of the hotel rooms, and just to sort of lay out everything on the line that we wouldn't have lost that game. So if there's any regret, it's that this didn't happen a year sooner. I know my dad would love to have been here. He was a big fan of the mayor and loved the city, so that's the only thing. Otherwise, all I can say is thank you.
Just echoing some of Dave's comments, on behalf of myself and my teammates, we're absolutely honored to be here today and to be recognized amongst so many great athletes, builders, and teams who have accomplished so much in the city's great, rich history. As a member of many teams in my youth in Niagara Falls, whether it be soccer, hockey, volleyball, or track, I always say my fondest memories came from playing sports, and my closest friends were also from playing sports as well. And it's very fitting that the 7 of us are being inducted here together as members of the winning national soccer team from Brock, because that's what's carried us to victory back in 2002. Not because of one single player, like Dave said, but because of a brotherhood, a willingness to do whatever it took to fight for each other as teammates, as friends, and win. A lot of that fight can be traced back to the history we all had together, growing up here in Niagara Falls, and the close bonds that we formed. Playing house league soccer teams together or playing opposite of each other as early as the age of 6. With nearly 50% of our Brock team being from the Falls, there was no early chemistry that needed to be formed together when we joined the Brock team. We already had that head start and did something that no other team had done before at Brock, win a men's national soccer title. I'd also be remiss if I didn't mention and recognize our many other great teammates at Brock and coaches, including Bill Miller, for being a part of one of the greatest accomplishments of our lives and giving us memories that we'll never forget. So thank you again for honoring us with this recognition, and we hope that there are many other great success stories to be written by future soccer players in Niagara Falls in the years to come. So thank you.
$5 a picture. How about a big hand for the team?
Well done, well done. I'd like to call upon our next presenter, Mike Strange, for the next award recipient, Donald Gignac, Athlete in Boxing.
Thank you, Paisley. It gives me great privilege to introduce a fellow boxer and a good friend of mine, Donald Gignac, who's an automatic to the Wall of Fame. Donald Gignac started boxing competitively in 1986 at the Niagara Falls Boxing Club when he was just 13 years old. He won 2 Ontario championships, coached by John DeGagio and Ron Gallen. He fought for the Canadian Intermediate Championship versus future pro champ and International Hall of Famer Arturo Gatti, losing by a split decision, which is an amazing accomplishment. Donald then moved to the Shamrock Boxing Club in 1990, mentored by Mike Strange and coached by Pat Kelly and Ray McGibbon. He fought world champion Nelson Machado from Cuba in a Canada-Cuba head-to-head, losing in a hard-fought decision. Donald went on to win the Senior Featherweight Canadian Championships in 1993 in 3 matches and received the Best Boxer award in all the tournament. He represented Canada at several international championships, including the Swedish Box Open in Stockholm, King's Cup in Thailand, the pre-Commonwealth Games of Victoria, British Columbia, and Canada-US dual meets. Mentored by Bill Irwin, In 1994, he turned professional, winning both of his pro fights before retiring in 1995 due to tendon damage in his arms. Ladies and gentlemen, Donald Gignac.
Thank you so much. First of all, I want to congratulate all the inductees today for all their accomplishments. I want to thank my dad for getting me interested in boxing at a very young age. I remember watching boxing together and with him, and grew up being an Ali, Leonard, Hearns, and Duran fan. I want to thank fellow boxers and my friends Mike Strange and Billy Irwin for breaking the trail for myself and others to follow. Also, thank you to Mark and Mike Irwin, Rob and Rick Fortuna, John and Isaac Mitchell, and Wilf Kimberly for their competitiveness and friendships, and always giving 110%. A big thanks to the coaches from Niagara Falls and Shamrock Boxing Clubs and the provincial and national coaches for sharing their knowledge and sacrificing their time to develop their boxers. And thanks to the Wall of Fame Committee for the recognition. I'd like to thank you all. Thanks to all the Niagara boxing fans who came out and cheered us on and truly gave us the hometown advantage. I'm honored and blessed. Thank you all.
Well done. I would like next call the presenter, Dr. Bill Mlescu, for the next award recipient, Andrea Vescio Sherry, athlete in soccer.
This up a little bit. It is my pleasure to introduce Andrea Vescio Sherry. Andrea has a pretty impressive athletic career. She was named to the U13 Team Ontario soccer roster, playing up 1 year from her age. She also played basketball and soccer at a high level, winning Ontario Cup championships, multiple league cups, and also played in the Ontario Women's Soccer League. In high school, Andrea was a standout as a five-sport athlete at A.N. Meyer, my old alma mater. She was one of the first athletes inducted to the A.N. Meyer Athlete Wall of Distinction. Her athletic ability in multiple sports, basketball, volleyball, soccer, badminton, and tennis led to zone, SASA, and OFSA championships. Andrea also, in her spare time, served as president of A.N. Meyer Athletic Council and was named Female Athlete of the Year for all 4 years at A.N. Meyer, all while maintaining academic excellence, blending the two. Andrea's soccer skill and academic excellence earned her a scholarship at the University of Buffalo, where she earned a Bachelor of Science in Accounting and a Master's of Business Administration. During her time as a UB Bull in the Mid-American Conference, she had an extremely successful soccer career and led the D1 team as captain and also top goal scorer. She maintains a spot in the team's record book on a list of top all-time career offensive record holders for both top goals and total points. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my privilege to welcome to the stage of the Niagara Falls Sports Wall of Fame recipient, Andrea Vesio Sherry.
Good afternoon, everyone. This is such an honor for me. I want to thank the committee for including me in this year's class. It's humbling to be a part of this group and the great athletes that were inducted before us. My time playing sports in Niagara Falls had a lasting impact on me. I learned those life lessons and skills that I carry with me to this day. And those skills really opened doors for me. So I'm thankful for all the great teams that I got to be a part of, and for the coaches and organizers who made those programs possible. I'm also very grateful to my parents for all of their support and dedication to me and my athletic career. They always pushed us to be our very best, us being my sister Steph, who was my built-in training partner and teammate, and our younger brother Mike, who was dragged to every single one of our games. He was on the sidelines since I think he was 3 days old. And now I'm on the sidelines playing the role of soccer mom and coach, which is a lot harder than I thought it would be, but a lot of fun. I always tell my boys, Jackson and Lucas, the only things I care about from them is attitude and effort. And I probably say it too much, so they might be rolling their eyes at me right now, but I think if you're not the biggest, the strongest, the fastest, as long as you give 110% and you have a great attitude, you're going to do really, really well. So I'm happy that they could be here today, along with my husband, Rich, who's my biggest supporter, and just really appreciative of this honor. So thank you.
Well done. Next, I'd like to call upon the presenter, Mike Strange. For the award recipient is Sonny Pascusi, builder of boxing, and he's an automatic inductee.
It gives me a great privilege to introduce Sonny Pascusi, builder boxing. Sonny Pascusi contributed greatly to the growth of boxing in Niagara Falls and to the development of several very successful boxers. In the late 1970s, Sonny Pascusi, along with fellow coaches Ray McGibbon and John DeGagio, started the Niagara Falls Boxing Club on Huron Street in Niagara Falls. Sonny soon became a master at coaching young boxers, teaching the fundamentals of the sport, starting with the most important punch, the jab. Sonny was so influential with young athletes that the Niagara Falls Boxing Club won Outstanding Team at the 1983 Roddy McDonald Provincial Championships. He brought 9 boxers to the event, 7 won gold medals, 1 silver, and 1 bronze, earning the Niagara Falls Boxing Club the top club designation in all of Ontario. Sonny continued to coach until the mid-1980s, taking 3 junior provincial champions, Sean Conlon, Ralph Serluka, and Mike Strange, to the national championships, and senior provincial champion, Rob Fortuna, to the 1984 Olympic trials, where he became a runner-up for the Los Angeles Olympics. Sonny was not only a coach to the boxers in the ring, but also a mentor and a second father to them outside of the ring, where he taught them sportsmanship, team building, and the most important, how the power of sport can make you better, not only in the ring, but in life. It gives me great privilege to introduce our Niagara Falls legend, Sonny Pascusi. Come on up here, Sonny.
Thank you very much, Mike. I love you, and I love all the boys. It was my pleasure to help coaching you guys to bring you up. I enjoy the boys a lot. I want to thank Ray McGibbon and John DeGagio for giving me the opportunity to coach. And they were the #1 coaches, and they were very good and very nervous, so thank you very much.
Well done. I'd like to call upon the presenter, Bonnie Brady, for the next award recipient, to Vito Scaringi, builder of hockey and baseball.
Thanks, Paisley. It is my pleasure to introduce Vito. Vito Scaringi has dedicated countless hours to hockey and baseball in Niagara Falls. He has been an executive member of the Niagara Falls Minor Hockey Association and the Greater Niagara Baseball Association for over 2 decades. He served as vice president of the Niagara Falls Minor Hockey Association and president of the Greater Niagara Baseball Association for many of those years. In addition, he served on the Niagara District Hockey League executive as vice president. During Vito's time in these leadership roles, both organizations have seen an increase in participation and minimal increases in registration costs. In addition, Vito also regularly volunteers with the Ontario Minor Hockey Association and sits on the City of Niagara Falls Recreation Committee. Vito prides himself on trying to keep the kids of Niagara Falls active, out of trouble, and striving for the best versions of themselves, and is thrilled to see that baseball and hockey are thriving in Niagara Falls. Please welcome to the stage Niagara Falls Sports Wall of Fame recipient, Vito Scaringi.
Bonnie, thank you for those kind words. Mayor Jim, thank you. I also want to thank all the politicians are here. And I want to thank the city staff, which is excellent. Kathy, thank you very much for all your help you do for the kids. I also want to give a special thank to Rob McDonald and his staff. His staff is unbelievable staff to work with. They make sure our schedules are on time. They make sure our fields are in place for all our athletes, which is second to none. Thank you, Rob. I guess, Mayor, you got a little to say with that, do you, Mr. Mayor? Okay, and I want to thank 2 great organizations, Niagara Falls Minor Hockey Association and the GMB Association, which I'm very proud to represent. They put countless, thousands and thousands of athletes through and made them better, hopefully. Our kids are our future, and I hope they come out well. Next, I want to thank my family. I think I got a few members back there. And I especially want to thank my 4 children and my wife, Mary, for putting up with me, because I'm usually not there most of the times, but they understand that this is my passion. My passion is to help the kids of Niagara Falls. Speaking of the kids, over the years, there's thousands and thousands that we've seen grow up and become adults. The kids are our future. That's what we're here for. I'm here for the kids. I'm sure most of us are your kids. Kids are our future of our city. And again, I have to thank the city keeping our costs down so we keep the costs down and keep the players playing. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. And finally, I want to thank all the kids they've seen through this organization, thousands and thousands of them. And it makes your heart feel good to do that, to see how good they grow up and be citizens. And my final comment is, I get many requests, why do I do this? Why do I do this and why? And my answer is always this: if I could keep one child, one athlete out of jail, that's priceless. Thank you.
About time, eh, Vito? We've waited a while for this. I'd like to call upon the presenter, Bonnie Brady, again. And she's going to talk about the NFCVI 1972 football team. Now, you know, I was a cheerleader at NFCVI for 5 way back in 1893, we built a school for you and me. Come on, sing it. In old Niagara's town, the years have come and gone, but still we're fighting on. From that foundation to our institution grew, and I call it CVI.
I wasn't planning on doing that, but that was a lot of fun. And just to let you know, I was also a cheerleader at NFCVI. So. Wow, I didn't think I was going to be like this. Okay, it is my distinct honor to introduce the 1972 Niagara Falls Collegiate Vocational Institute football team, as not only were these gentlemen my classmates, they were and are my friends. This award holds a very special place in my heart, as does NFCVI, and therefore I did have to wear my school colors and bring our yearbook. So if we don't know what we looked like back then, it's in here too. And as I'm looking around the room, I realize that my kindergarten boyfriend is amongst you, and so is my grade 5 boyfriend. That's where it ended. Back to the seriousness. In 1972, the Niagara Falls Collegiate Vocational Institute, NFCVI, football team won the Zone Football Championships. This was the first football championship team at NFCVI in 14 years. The team went undefeated, 8-0, scoring 228 points and only allowing 26 points against the whole season. And when I look back at the records, I realized 2 of those games, and I got to say one of them was against Meyer. Actually, 2 of them, they scored 0. Just saying. And if you want to know the score, because I was there, it was actually 42-0. The same team went 0-7 in 1969 without scoring a point until the 4th game of the season. Wow. The team attribute their success to their coach, Mr. Doug Aitchison, who joined Niagara Falls Collegiate in 1971. He believed in his players and inspired them to work hard. Unfortunately, as most of us all know, Mr. Aitchison passed away earlier this year, but I know he's here in spirit. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage. It's going to take a while. There's a lot of them. Niagara Falls Sports Wall of Fame recipients from NFCVI's 1972 football team.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I'm all sugar.
Well, good afternoon, everyone, and thank you very much. On behalf of the entire 1972 NFCBI championship football team, I want to thank the City of Niagara Falls Sports Wall of Fame Selection Committee, the Mayor, and City Council for this incredible honor for our team. Now, 1972 doesn't seem like a long time ago for us. It's 52 years ago. Wow, that's incredible. Now, these gentlemen were the greatest teammates you could ever ask for. We really were like brothers. To this day, when calls are being made to plan for today, there was an excitement that we would all be together again. Sadly, 4 of our teammates are no longer with us: Albert Massey, Frank Candeloro, Jim Anderson, and Tony Costa. 3 of our coaches are no longer with us: Mike Cheevers, Rick Cheevers, and of course, Doug Aitchison. They may not be here with us physically, but as Bonnie said, they'll always be in our hearts. 1972 was a special year for both NFCVI and our football team. As Bonnie said, we hadn't won a championship in 14 years, and as she said, grade 9, we never won a game. We didn't even score a point till our 4th game, and it was called back on a penalty. 1972 changed all of that. We scored 228 points and only gave up 26. We finally beat Stanford, Ann Meyer, and Notre Dame for the championship. Something magical happened in 1972. His name was Doug Aitchison. It has been said in life, you sometimes are blessed to have someone come into your life who makes profound changes in you that last forever. For all of us here today, that person was Doug Aitchison. He made us believe in ourselves. He embodied what we all aspire to be in our future lives. He had us work to be the best possible athletes, and in this case, football players, that we could be. But more importantly, the best possible people that we could be. As we got older, if we had a difficult situation to face, all we had to do was ask ourselves, what would H do? And we knew what to do. Coach Aitchison brought out the best in all of us. Truly, he became like a second father to us all. He gained our respect not from fear, but from the manner in which he carried himself and treated us. As I said earlier, he made us believe in ourselves, a trait that carried on for all of us through our entire lives. Just this morning, I read a quote which I found very appropriate for today. The applause soon dies away, the prize is left behind, but the character you build is yours forever. Isn't it amazing what a beautiful difference one life can make? He sacrificed a lot of time for us, all the early morning practices, weekend practices, meetings, etc. None of this could have happened without the support of his family. They were unselfish in sharing this wonderful man with us. The Aitchison family, whose son, Doug Jr., put up your hand, Doug. Doug Jr. is representing the Aitchison family here today. His wife, Joanne, his daughters, Mary and Ann, and his, of course, son, Doug Jr. We thank them tremendously for giving us that legend that we were able to keep for this entire lifetime of ours. Just 1 second here. We know how much they loved him, but we also know how much we love him. Now, 72, maybe 52 years ago, but to all of us here today, it is just as real as it was then. It's so great to see these guys again. We haven't seen each other in 50 years in many cases. So for all of you for being here, all of you for getting us in here, thank you so much. What a day. Thank you.
They're going to Hooligans. Do you think they'll sing some more? Congratulations to all of the 2023 inductees on their accomplishments. And thank you to the Sports Wall of Fame committee members for presenting. I'd now like to ask Mayor Jim Diodati to officially dedicate the new inductees to the wall.
All right, here it is, folks. On behalf of the City Council, it's our pleasure and our honor to officially dedicate the 2023 inductees into the Niagara Falls Sports Wall of Fame. Congratulations.
We wish to acknowledge and thank all of the nominators of this year's inductees. We wish to acknowledge and thank the sponsors and supporters of today's event for both the program and the reception. They are listed in your program. I want to call attention to the virtual Sports Wall of Fame. The City of Niagara Falls created it in partnership with the Niagara Falls Public Library, and it's now in its 19th year. The website allows internet users to search for any athlete, team, builder, or sponsor that has been honored by the City of Niagara Falls Sports Wall of Fame Committee. The link to the website is easy to get to from the city's website, www.niagarafalls.ca/SWOF. Special thanks to the Niagara Falls Public Library for their time. I'd like to take a moment to introduce my committee. We don't meet too often, and Christina, who did such a great job earlier, is our very newest member. I'm going to read all of the names because we have a few people absent today. Emily Allen, Bonnie Brady you saw, Paul Campagato's in Florida, Christina, Bill Lescue, Gary McDonald's at a birthday party, Gord Singleton, Caleb Smith, Nick Wolf's here, the mayor is here, Mike Strange is our council representative, and we have lifetime members Shirley Fisher and Jim Atack. So Mayor Jim Diodati, thank you for your assistance today. Sports Wall of Fame Committee appreciates your support and the support from Niagara Falls City Council. A special thanks to Jack Custers and your TV for today's coverage. He's been here for I don't know how long, but Jack is one of our greatest supporters. So you need to clap for them. The induction ceremony is being recorded and is on WeStream. Again, the www bit. I'm old. We accept nominations all year, and the nomination forms are available on the City of Niagara Falls website. Everything's on the website. I don't know how to work it. I'm having an awful time. The deadline for consideration of the next induction ceremony is Friday, May the 3rd, so you've got lots of time to get a nomination in. We hope you've enjoyed this Sports Wall of Fame induction ceremony. And we thank the public library on behalf of the City of Niagara Falls. I'd like to thank everybody for coming. Did you have a good time? Let's sing that song again. Congratulations to all the inductees. And it's over.